Good evening, everyone. So today we are talking about our 1st July Daily Decode UPSC. So today we are decoding the news which is relevant to directly your UPSC paper. The news is relevant to GST collection. The GST collection will be 1.85 lakh crore rupees. 1.85 lakh crore rupees. So today we are talking about only for GST collection, right? So this GST collection information is directly associated with your GS paper 3. This information is directly relevant for national information, national news, and the data and the factual information is directly associated with prelims examination. The mains examination, and during the mains examination, the analytical questions on your fiscal federalism. Just we are talking about for the preliminary, the data sheet, the data is relevant, and for the mains, the fact fiscal federalism, fiscal federalism, tax reform, and socio-economic impact, socio-economic impact. These all are the three aspects in which the mains will be asked the questions, and also center state revenue model, center state revenue model. This is also a relevant topic for mains examination. If you are talking about the interview perspective, so they can be asked the question as discussed about GST effectiveness. GST effectiveness implementation hurdle. Why the 6.5% growth we get in this year? This is the last we are getting the GST collection 8.2, and right now we get only 6.2%. 6.2%. Why? What about the impacts on small businesses? Suggestions and improve tax compliance. So these are the policy making skills. So such kind of questions will be asked. After that, when we are linked with the syllabus, so the GST information is directly associated with GS number 3, GS paper 3. Also that this information is directly associated with constitutional provision. What is the constitutional position? So during the constitution, this information is directly relevant to Article 246, 246, which is directly associated with the division of taxation power between union and states. After that, this information is directly associated with the seventh schedule. You also know that the seventh schedule have three type of list. The first one is union, is concurrent, and then state list. And the third constitutional aspect is directly connected with the Article 279A. The Article 279A establishment and powers of the GST Council. So all these three are directly associated with your constitutional perspective. The related concept for economic section is directly connected with the fiscal federalism, then economic liberalization, and after that digital economy integration. So these all the connected with the economy section. Okay, and after that the fact sheet is directly relevant to the economic survey, 2024-2025, GST recommendation, and Ministry of Finance data. So this news is directly connected with your polity section, your economic section, and your report section. Okay, the next thing is analyze implication. So what is the implication? When we are talking about the political implication, the political implication is that the GST system strengthens the GST Council role as a collaborative platform. Why collaborative platform? Because the GST Council is directly connected with the associated with the state leaders and central leaders. So that is the association. But uneven implication, like Tamil Nadu is a different state, Uttar Pradesh is a different states. So the GST collection will be different, and the ratio of participation will also different. So the share issue is the political aspect. When we are talking about the economic aspect, the economic aspect is that if 1.45 taxpayer indicates the progress of formalizing in the economy, but the downfall in the tax collection is directly informal sector dominance. However, the 6.2% growth, lowest in 4 years, and 8.2 decline from the May 2020 suggests a potential economic slowdown. So this is the economic aspect. If you are talking about the social impact, the social impact is directly associated with Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana and Ayushman Bharat Yojana. When we are talking about the ethical aspect, so the ethical aspect ensures transparency in tax collection through digital mechanization. If you are talking about the environmental, so this is not directly associated with the environmental. After that, we are talking about the outcome. What is the outcome? The immediate outcome is that the finance ministry is likely to take initiative to review the GST slabs, compliance mechanism, and economic stimulation measures to address the slowdown. Why we get only 1.85 lakh crore rupees for our GST collection, and the long-term impact, the long-term outcome is that what will be the rationalization GST rates? Because as you know that the margin of 18 and 20 slabs like that. So leveraging technology for better compliances is real-time tracking. And where, how, and when we are talking about the five W's. So who? To the taxpayer and government of India. What? What is that? The GST collection 8.2 decrease, and where across applicable across India, and why? Why? When? The July 2025. So this is our first information, first news, which is GST collection.